I'm Philip Duncan, thanks for joining us and hope you had a great weekend. Well, the winds have finally eased. We had a very windy weekend in some places, gales on Saturday still blowing around. They've finally eased, and in fact we had foggy patches from Waikato northwards this morning. That's burnt off now. On the wind map, it's not animated, apologies, we should have that fixed by tomorrow I hope, but you can still get the general picture. We've put air pressure on this map today so you can see where the highs and lows are. So we've got high pressure to the north, low pressure down here, and another low off the screen, and there is a building area of high pressure, but most of the Tasman is sort of flat. There's not really high pressure or low pressure. So there's a bit of a breeze still through Cook Strait, still a bit windy around Fovo Strait and coastal parts of the south because of that low. Otherwise, winds are pretty light as we go through the next week ahead. Rainfall wise, well, here is the next 7 days of rain coming up. Now the eastern side, we'll start there. You are looking dry for 7 days. If you do get some wet weather, it'll just be a shower or two because the purple and even the green colouring, 0.1 to 5 millimetres, so that's not much at all. Even the yellow is only 5 to 10, but that's a little helpful. Helpful showers coming in for Northland as well on the drought, and showers for Coromandel. We don't often talk about Coromandel, but Coromandel's actually been very dry, and that's not good for the native bush. So really good to see some shower activity coming back there. But clearly the bulk of the rain on the west coast, over 150 millimetres coming down here, but further north in the more populated places, anywhere between 40 and 60 millimetres over the next 7 days. So this is how we look for Tuesday. Those showers to the north bringing a little bit of relief into the far north and the northeastern side of Northland, that sort of north of Whangarei, around Monganui and off towards Bay of Islands, that area, getting a few showers. Otherwise, most places are dry. There'll be a few showers coming in down around Fiordland and Milford Sound, but most main centres are looking very dry on Tuesday. By Wednesday, most places are still dry. There might be an isolated shower down around Southland, but it certainly won't be much for you. Dry elsewhere, light winds and high pressure, which is now centred where that low was, stretching back up across the country, keeping things mostly settled. By Thursday, we've got a few showers coming back into the drought zones of the north. There's a trough out here. That's like a low that's spluttering, trying to get going, and it moves into the North Island with a few showers. So again, that'll be welcome in the drought zones. And on top of those showers, warm winds drifting out of the, well, if they're not drifting out of the subtropics, they'll be drifting out of the North Tasman Sea. So it should be mild for you, with rain further down the island setting in, and certainly on the west coast. But like I say, those eastern areas, they look dry. As we get to Friday, that cold front moves away and we're back to the more typical classic autumn setup where we've got sou'westers blowing through and one or two isolated showers caught up in that. Otherwise, it is fairly dry, just a few cloudy periods coming off the Tasman Sea. And our final map for Saturday, wow, typical autumn if you ask me. Low pressure down here. This is all down around the 970 hectopascal range, so quite deep low pressure. And then up here you've got growing high pressure, which is sort of in the 1020s and could get into the 1030s by early next week. So Saturday is a warm one across most of the country. Windy westerlies blowing through. That keeps it sunny and dry and warm in the east. It keeps it cloudier, fairly mild in the west, and obviously the further south you go, the wetter it will be. That is all from me. We will see you again on Tuesday with the very latest across the country.